And we're live. Greetings, friends. Welcome. David is here. David, so good to see you. Happy weekend. Happy Friday. What's for dinner? J Lash with the thumbs ups. Appreciate you, J Lash. Miko says, hello, Super Antonio. And Sadie, hello, mods. Happy weekend, folks. And happy weekend to you, sir. Sadie is currently under the desk. What's that about? But we'll bring her up in a little bit. Six Figures in the chat. Welcome, friends. Rage 10 says, hey, David and Miko. Greetings, Rage. Happy Friday. Let's get some enlargement. My new strategy for these videos is to go to full screen with the gameplay, and then we'll just use the background screen to like bookmark the beginning and the end of the videos. How's that sound? David says Rage, and Miko says hey Rage. How's everyone tonight? How's your weekend so far? We made it to Friday. Got a bunch of family stuff on Sunday that I am not looking forward to. David says, I like full screen. David, full screen likes you. And we're going to visit my parents' grave. Wish I could take the dog, but I can't. So I'm not looking forward to it, but it's going to happen. It'll be during the day. I'll probably talk about it that night. Sinister Sundays, where we will be exploring the Tunguska event, which I like to refer to as the Soviet Area 51, even though it is nothing. It is not the Soviet Area 51. That's wishful thinking. Rage 10 says, where's the doggy, Super Antonio? She's under the desk. But we can lure her back to her spot with some potent canine bait. There she is. Say hi to David and J-Lash and Miko and Rage 10. And the 8 viewers in the chat. Note, Frank Heck signed the rock. Have you seen the polls that I've been doing? The image polls, I believe they're called. Latest one was Lily versus Anastasia. Lily Millet. Lily, where's our money? That's one. That has 200 votes, and it is overwhelmingly Team Anastasia at 88%. Rage says she's so attracted to the treat, LOL. Yeah, she is treat based. She treat incentive. Look, there's Jimmy Brooks. And then yesterday's poll was Sally Nash versus Penelope Braithwaite, and sadly, some people did not know who Sally Nash was. But she got 26%, and Penelope got 74%. It's almost 50-50 with who would be a better boy, who would make a better boyfriend for Bill. Kieran edges out at 2%, at 51%, and Algernon is at 49%. So statistically, give or take 2%, they're basically tied. Bill can have his pick. And then Mary versus Sadie. Sadie's at 76%. And Mary Beth versus Karen. Yep. Mary Beth is at 73%. And Serena's here. Serena says, hi, Antonio. I'm here. I'm so glad and happy to see you, Serena. What was I going to say? Everybody say hi to Serena. David has the Star Hearts emoticon. David says, Sally's sister works at the Saint Denis doctor office. Oh, I'll have to look for her, David. That's interesting. And Miko says, hello, Serena. I'm going to make a note of that. Because I like these NPC voting polls. San Denis, Dr. Sally Sis. Rage 10 says, hi, Starheart. And Serena says, hi, Rage. Serena, I hope you're feeling better. How are you feeling? David, what did you have for dinner? Serena, what did you have for your afternoon tea?
You done good, girl.
I had teriyaki chicken with rice and veggies. And it was delicious. Come back. Come back. No, up here. Up here. We're working. We have a live stream. Here's Sadie Serena. She just had a drink of water. David says, cheeseburger tacos. Wow, that sounds delicious. I've never had that. That sounds life-changing. And regrettably, Serena says, no, Antonio, I'm still sick, better than I was. And she had chicken soup. Okay, well, you get better, friend. And I'm glad you're here. You just relax and enjoy the stream. We'll try to keep you entertained. Serena says, hi, Sadie, beautiful girl. Sadie's very sad that you're sick. And she's back under the desk with a bone. A routine camp inspection. David says, the hamburger patty on a corn tortilla with cheese, fried like a quesadilla. That sounds delicious and life-changing, and I want to try that. I want that. I'd eat that right now. Serena says, yes, I'm editing a video while talking to you and everyone before I upload. I like when you multitask, Serena. Oh, I wanted to talk to you about shorts. What did I want to say? Try to keep them under 30 seconds. I lately have been making shorts that are around 24 seconds. You're dealing with teenagers. 12 to 24 seconds is all they want. Just one joke, one idea, one horse, one thing. Boom, snap, it's over. Punch up the color in the editing if you can. Just try to make it like candy bright as you can possibly make it. And try to be under 30 seconds. And have a very humorous title if you can. Pay attention to your titles. Try that. David says, anytime, my friend. And Serena says, David, haven't got my parcel yet. Thank you for emailing me. And David says, you should get it Thursday. Well, Kangaroo Post is very bouncy. Christian says, hello, Super Antonio. How are you and Sadie on this fine Friday? Hope both of you are well so far, friend. Greetings, Christian. Serena says, I tried. Couldn't do much with the color. There's got to be an editing function on your PS4. If you can't, like, try to play with the contrast. You know, make it, and just try to make everything brighter if you can. David says, Chris, and Christian says, hello to you, David. Serena says, my cousin did the title. He is a gamer. He helps me a lot. Serena, you are a gamer. Don't forget. Got my green tea. Yeah, cheeseburger quesadilla. Who would have thunk? I'd eat that right now. Cheesecake Factory has an hors d'oeuvre that they call cheeseburger egg rolls, which is basically, I would think, thematically the same thing, but it's not a patty, it's ground beef in an egg roll wrapper with cheese, and it's crunchy. David says, can't wait for you to try AC Valhalla. Yes, Serena, I expect a lot of videos and a lot of shorts. We're off for the Ammolite and Flourite, in case you didn't know. Serena says, hi, Christian. And David says, also the Uncharted Saga 1 through 3. And Serena says, okay, I will look forward to it, David. And David says, Skyrim and Dragon Age. David, did you just give her all your old games? What are you going to play on? What are you playing? You can't give her your whole library. 9 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Like and subscribe. Blah-de-blah, blah, blah. What is it? Like and subscribe. There's a PayPal link for tips, super chats, join team Super Antonio. Check out the second channel. You know, all that. Amazon links in the product description. I don't know. I'm just happy you're here. Happy Friday. Serena, you will not be scared. You are stronger than you think. You are braver than you think. Kristen says, hello, Serena. Hope you're well, friend. And Serena says, still a bit sick, but getting better. Serena says, hope everyone is well. I'm doing pretty well personally. You know, busy week. Just kind of, you know, working and figuring out shorts and thinking about new videos. Christian says, yes, to Serena, you're probably still sick because of those darn kangaroos and all that fighting and slaying those giant spiders. Yes, indeed. You have to watch out for the spider venom. And Cloudy says, howdy, y'all. Greetings, Cloudy. Does everyone know about the 800-pound gorilla in Red Dead Redemption 2? Serena says, LOL, hate spiders, but like kangaroos, LOL. Yeah, but what about the kangaroo-spider hybrid? I've heard a lot about those in the outback. David says, get Bethesda account and mod Skyrim. There's really good ones. And there's 2 eagles. Look at that view. We should go back up here. I need to make shorts up here. That is a tremendous view. Yeah, the nature shorts for me personally work a lot better if they're under 30 seconds, if they're under 20 seconds. What's that about? But that's okay. I'm happy to acquiesce. So the lesson for me and for you, Serena, and for any other creators watching right now is you don't need to use the full 60 seconds for a short. And David says, fly, you fools. I watch Lord of the Rings extended edition trilogy once a year during Christmas. Probably the week before leading up to Christmas, I'll just stick it in and have it on all day. It always reminds me of Christmas because I would ask when my mom would ask me what I wanted for Christmas, I'd say, well, get me the Lord of the Rings extended edition back then on DVD. I have them on Blu-ray now. And so when I would visit, that's what I would get, and then we would watch it. So it reminds me of family, it reminds me of Christmas. Cloudy says, have you made a short about a squirrel that's on top of that mountain? I have indeed, Cloudy. Miko says, nice view indeed, until a whitetail bucks you. Whitetail buck hits you from behind, and you fall off the cliff. That'd be pretty funny. That'd be worth it, Miko. Right now, we're still trying to figure out and remember where exactly we're supposed to be going. And spoiler alert, not here. David said hi to Cloudy, and Cloudy said hi back to David. Man, that's a gorgeous view. It's almost max height for the game, I would assume. Let's try that again, shall we? Max height in Minecraft, as I recall, is 144 blocks, and that's the same with max depth. I should look that up, but I'm max height Minecraft. It's only 64. But that's the newest one. That's the newest build in Minecraft 1.2. I could swear it was 144. I swear I built a tower that was max height and it was 144. Kristen says, Super Antonio, any random NPC encounters? Well, we met a nice Japanese lady, Christian. Yeah, I'll tell you about her in a second. So, okay. This was this morning. Yeah, was it this morning? This morning or yesterday morning? I can't recall. So we meet this Japanese lady. She's on the. That was this morning. Wow. She has a Labradoodle, and so we're out on the dog walk in the morning, and she is walking towards us, and then she stops and she makes her dog sit, which is like the universal dog friendly approach. And so we come up to her, and I say Sadie's friendly. And she looks like she's Japanese, so she could be 28 or 58. Can't really tell. But she was really cute. And she's wearing an Adidas like tennis outfit. So she's cute. Nice legs. And she's talking on the phone in Japanese. And I do not speak Japanese, but I know enough that I know when I'm being spoken about. And I recognize some words. I recognize inu, which is dog, and kawaii, which is cute, and shinshi, which is guy. But it was like lop, 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 inu, lop, 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 kawaii, lop, 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 shinshi, which I imagine is what dogs hear all the time. So she either said, a guy with a cute dog, or a cute guy with a cute dog, or a cute guy with a dog. I assume she was talking about the dog. Kawaii is you don't usually use that to refer to men. It's mostly like babies and like little kittens. Like Hello Kitty is kawaii. She's like super kawaii. So I assume she was talking about the dog. But it was kind of cute. And then Sadie got like really frisky and a little boisterous, so we moved on. I just gave her a wave, and we moved on. But it was pretty funny. Cloudy said someone made Sandony on Minecraft. Interesting. I used to love Minecraft before this game, and here finally we get to the eagle's nest. Schloss Adler. Sadie Adler, note. German for eagle. Serena says, hi, Cloudy, and Cloudy says, hi, Star Hearts. The Ammolite and Flourite is very pretty, iridescent, and you might as well look at it now because it will not look this pretty in your satchel. Levi the Gamer says, hi everyone. Greetings, Levi. Happy Friday. On Fridays, we free roam. Serena says, Cloudy, I do watch your videos. I even gave you a like. I gave you a like even if I don't comment. Cloudy, I'm going to check out your channel. Miko says, very interesting NPC encounters there. Let's just take the compliment. Yeah, I don't know. I don't speak Japanese, Miko. I could, but I thought it was interesting. It was funny. Cloudy says, I never knew about that nest. I think there's a map. Oh, I did show you the map. And Levi says, I'm still Levi Elijah. Oh, here you are, Detective Arthur Morgan on the case. Looks like you investigated this serial killer. Nice looking thumbnails, Levi Elijah. And The Witcher The Witcher 3, well done. We have similar tastes. Saints Row. Looking good, Levi. Odog is here. Good, Odog. I wanted to talk to you. Where are we? Levi the Gamer says, I'm still Levi Elijah. Oh, okay. And Cruz says, hi, Super Antonio and everyone. Greetings, Cruz. And Cloudy says, thanks to Star Hearts. And Serena says, I knew about that nest. Not sure if I've been there yet. Always something to do in this game. I love it. This game loves you, Serena. And Odog has the members exclusive Arthur emoticon. Serena says, hi, Cruz. And you're welcome, Cloudy. And Ben says, I'm tuning in from the car on the way home from vacation. Welcome, Ben. And Miko says, hey, Odog. Odog says, sup, Levi. Serena says, hi, Benz. Odog says, sup, Miko. David says hi to Cruz. And Odog says hi to Serena with the Sadie emoticon. David has the Moondog. Odog says, sup, Benz. David says hi to Benz. Serena says hi to Odog. And Odog says, what's poppin', Davy boy? With the Dutch emoticon. Odog is playing Diablo 4. Odog, I got your email. That's an interesting idea. A user's guide. And it is like really late in the game. So I don't know. But a top 10 like tips for new players maybe would be interesting. So maybe if we do, because I've been wanting to try out a user guide with this format, as in I've got like, you know, the camera on at the bottom of the screen and then, you know, the gameplay. So we'll see. I like the idea. Ben says, hi, Odog, Serena, and David. And David says, nothing much, double OG, triple OG. Odog, what's for dinner? David had cheeseburger quesadilla, which I want to eat right now. That's a mashup I approve of. And O-Dog also had a cheeseburger, but a traditional cheeseburger. Well done, O-Dog. Ben says he was able to get the Legend of the East outfit for Arthur without completing Herbalist 9. What's that about? And Ben says he picked up some Whataburger. What a burger. I've never had Whataburger.
Hey, mister. You give me some money. Mister? Sure. Thank you. Say,
Levi the Gamer says, I'm going to watch Planet of the Apes tomorrow, and then I'm going to GameStop to get the Ultimate Edition of Red Dead Redemption 2. That sounds like a plan, Levi. I'm glad GameStop 1 is still, like, existing, and 2 stocks copies of the game. Christian says, Super Antonio, do you like pickles? I do. But, you know, I like pickles, you know, in cheeseburgers and stuff. But I don't like eat them on their own. And I like relish on the hot dogs. O-Dog says, be right back, phone call. No worries, O-Dog. We'll be here for a while. Cloudy says, is Whataburger only in Texas? Couldn't say. 13 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. Appreciate you being here. Happy Friday. On Fridays, we free roam. On the Piebald Tobiano. I do love that horse. Now, we are not going to sell the Ammolite and Flourite, but we are going to look it up at the fence.
We're in a moment of grief.
Hi there, mister. Hey there.
Oh, Father, what do we say about a man who lost his way so awfully? He carried that on.
Cruz says, you forgot the Pickles shows Krabby Patty for SpongeBob reference, LOL. A few hours later.
A brave man.
And Ben says, I got some Whataburger while passing through Alabama.
Let us pray for this man. Oh, Father, provide him mercy. Amen.
Those were kind words.
Serena says, you know what would be good to see John reunite with Abigail and Jack after the hang fell apart, just to see them together. After the gang fell apart. Yeah, well, that was happening while Arthur was dying, I think. I would assume. One would assume. William Willie Bowles.
Let's go, bro.
Cruz says, last time I had Whataburger was 20 years ago. LOL. Let's look up Whataburger.
Hello there.
What a burger.
Well, long time no see, stranger.
Whataburger is an American regional fast food restaurant chain headquartered and based in San Antonio, Texas. It opened its first restaurant in Corpus Christi, Texas in 1950. Well, those are good-looking hamburgers, but it just looks like a hamburger.
Hello, boy.
Their logo kind of looks like the Wonder Woman logo. And Mama One is here. Everyone say hi to Mama One. Mama One says, hey guys. And David says, there she is. And Papa One is also here and says, hi everyone. Papa One, I hope you are recovering. I remember that you were going to have some surgery earlier today. I'm glad you're here, friend. And I hope it went well. And you are taking it easy. Serena says, hi, Mama. And David says, there he is. And Serena says, hi, Papa One. Mama One says, hi, David, and hi, Serena. Sadie's currently under the desk, chewing away. I'll show you what she's chewing on, but I'll bring her up here. Come up here. Say hi to Mama One. And Papa One. Okay. She is chewing. Oh, it's wet on this thing. Okay. And they're relatively cheap. They're not like $9. Okay. And what I did was, this is what they look like before. And I sawed off this part, you know, so that she can have access to like all this chewy part, all this chewy goodness. So here's the before and here's the after. And then I think I'll just keep sawing these down until there's just nubs. Here you go. Which one do you want? This is the one she was working on. But for some reason, all three of them are under the desk right now. Okay. Here. Put that right there for you. Where are we? Miko says hello, Mama One and Papa One. Levi says hi, Mama One and Papa One. Papa One says hi, Serena. Hi, David, and hi to you and Sadie, Superantonio. Greetings to you, sir. Appreciate you being here on Friday. On Fridays, we free roam. And happy Friday to you, sir. Cloudy says, I used to watch a streamer that would only eat Whataburger. LOL. Yeah, we don't really eat on this channel. I tried it once, but it didn't really work. I mean, it didn't pull in any views or make a difference. Ben says, Cruz says, drinking a club soda right now with cranberry lime. That sounds quite refreshing. I'm having a green tea. Ben says, Whataburger and other stuff is special to me due to living in Tennessee, where we don't have Cheerwine, Whataburger, Mr. Pibb, and other things popular elsewhere. Papa One says, I'm going to try to be active in chat. I'm a little slower today. No worries, Papa One. We're happy you are here and happy you're recovering. You just take it easy, friend. Mama One says, hi, Miko. Hope you are all well. David says, eating Handel's Home Ice Cream Peanut Butter Cup. That sounds ridiculously good. And Cruz says, I had ice cream earlier today. And Cruz says, are you talking about your snack stream, Super Antonio? Yeah, I don't think we even got 100 views on that. I'll look it up later. Mama One says, I'm having a ham's a beer, and Papa One is having a ham's. Don't tell the surgeon, LOL. Cloudy asks, what breed is your dog, Super Antonio? She is half pit bull and then a bunch of other things, including Labrador and German Shepherd and something else that I forget right now. But she's mostly pit bull. Ben says, I have an update on my bulldog. She has 1 more week to go. She is doing well, says the breeder, and they sent pictures and put a cute little pink bow on her. That sounds so cute. That sounds adorable. Cloudy says, nice, I have a Samoyed. It was a gift. And Papa One says, beer is better than any antibiotic. I tend to agree with you, Papa One. The natural remedies are the best if they work. If they work for you. 15 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. Appreciate you being here. Happy Friday. On Fridays, we free roam. And I think we sniped that whole camp. And the map. We're looking at some Mustangs. I was watching Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead from 2004. It was which I have on Blu-ray, but I was, it was on Amazon, so I was watching like the first part all the way till they get to the mall. And what I didn't realize that it was written by James Gunn. What's that about? I had no idea. So that was cool. Cruz says, great movie. Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite. And then it's like, what's her name? Sarah Pollard. She's basically retired. She had some kids. So and then her boyfriend, he went on to be in some other movies. Ving Rhames, of course, has a career. But yeah, James Gunn wrote it. And you can totally hear his dialogue and his directing style in some of the scenes, especially that one character, the guy all in black, the jerk, the one with the sailboat. He's a very James Gunn character. Ben says, when I get back, I'm going to try to watch Pale Rider or High Plains Drifter with my dad. Sounds like a plan. Cruz says, been watching Shrek a few times. Good film for background noise. Yeah, those Shrek films were really good for Mike Myers. He basically retired after making all those Shrek films. And he doesn't really make any movies. I don't know if you've noticed. He's basically retired. Mama one says, my aunt used to have a huge white dog. She kept an immaculate home, especially with two boys. She had a white carpet, but the dog liked to play in mud and then roll on the carpet. Yep, I agree. That's a dog for you. Cloudy, yes, I have watched The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. It's one of my favorites. I used to have a subscription to Netflix. And I watched that multiple times during my first and second playthroughs of this game. I love those directors, the Coen brothers. They did No Country for Old Men. Serena says, love Shrek, makes me laugh. That movie Donkey cracks me up. Cruz says he should have kept on with the Austin Powers franchise. Yeah, it's like there's so many memes, Cruz, about Austin Powers. How about no? I can't do that voice, the Dr. Evil voice. Ben says an hour or two after I loaded up and left the beach, a news report came in that the Florida area was 2 shark attacks right where my rented house was. Yeah, you got to watch out for them sharks. But it's not like Australia where they have land sharks. Cruz says the comedian Eddie Murphy is donkey voice actor Serena. He's so funny. Eddie Murphy's making like Beverly Hills Cop 4, I think. Or I think it's already out. Which I don't know if that movie needed to be made. But everyone loves sequels. David said July 3rd on Netflix for Beverly Hills Cop 4. Cruz says, and for the Spanish version, they used a famous Mexican comedian to play the donkey voice. Ben says, the beach was nice. Didn't go to Australia, so I didn't have to deal with stonefish or these xenomorphs from Alien. Well said, Cruz. And Serena says, I know, Cruz, that's why Donkey makes me laugh. That smile reminds me of Eddie Murphy. Yeah, Eddie Murphy does have a nice smile. And the Grullo Dunn Mustang in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Hey now. Whoa. Okay, let's keep it easy there. There we are.
Cloudy says Australia also has the bunyip, a mythical creature. What's a bunyip? A legendary monster said to inhabit the reedy swamps and lagoons of the interior of Australia. Kind of looks like, oh, it's scary looking. The bunyip has been described as amphibious, almost entirely aquatic. There are no reports of the creature being sighted on land. Might be worth doing a Sinister Sunday on the bunyip. Cruz says, okay, I'll be off. Waking up early tomorrow. Okay, Cruz. Really appreciate you being here, friend. Happy Friday to you. Have a great weekend. David says, snowballs, star hearts, snowballs, Twinkie, and ding dongs and lollies in the package as well. And Serena says, kangaroos are only in Australia or all over the world. They're only in Australia, Serena. Apart from zoos, I guess. David says, kangaroos are just deer that went to prison. Yeah, I saw a funny meme about Australia, but I don't know if Serena will get it. But it said, Australia is just Texas for Great Britain. But I think you'd only understand it if you're American. And Cloudy says, probably talking about the bunyip, that it looks like it belongs in the Witcher 3 world. Yes, it does. Odak says, later, Cruz. And David says, later, big homie. And Serena says, okay, Cruz. Good night. And Serena says to David, oh, yummy, nice, David. Thank you. Cloudy says, I feel bad for the animals that are in a zoo. Yeah, I do too, Cloudy. And Serena says, the things I asked for, you're awesome, David. I really appreciate it. With a heart emoticon. I really appreciate it as well, David. I'm so glad that you people are friends outside of the chat. That's what I want you to do. Make friends, make connections, establish relationships outside of the chat. Serena says hi to your lovely wife, to David. Hope she's well. And David says Christina made sure to pack all of it. 16 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. And how about some cinematic mode for all of you? Tomorrow's vote which is it's a little bit trolly, but I just think it'll be funny. The question will be, who was the better boyfriend, Cooper or Lily Mae's friend? And I'm going to vote for Cooper because at least he was willing to kind of defend Lily Mae. Or Lily Millet. Wouldn't it be funny if Lily Millet's middle name is May and she left the redheaded skipping stone boy for Cooper, the man? That would be awkward. Serena says, thank you, Christina. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to the parcel. And David says, Christina says, you're welcome. Moving on. David, you're feeling better after your trip? Serena says, I was thinking the same. Is Lily the same girl with the guy you said? Yeah, she might be. Lily Mae Millet. Lily, where's our money? It's a common name, though. Benz, I don't know if you can skip Herbalist 9. I mean, just because it worked for you. I mean, I'm happy it worked for you. But your game might be glitched. David says, much better than when we came back. Miko says, I feel sorry for that skipping stone kid. He was still miserable in the end. Yeah, that's what happens. But that's part of young love. You feel things more intensely. It's more of a big deal. And also, there's an uneven power dynamic in those relationships, especially the young ones, because the girls move on so fast and so easily, and the boys are just left behind with their emotions and their memories. But that's the way it's always been, regrettably. Are you ready to come back up here? Come back up. She's still under there. There you go. There you go. Miko says, yes, Super Antonio, even nowadays. Yeah, I know. It hasn't changed. If anything, it's gotten worse with social media. Where, women can get infinite likes from strangers across the world. So their pool is a lot bigger. And regrettably, the boys' pool has remained the same. Unless you can develop a social media presence, which is a lot harder. I used to be obsessed with those cigarette cards. Even though that really, it really doesn't go anywhere. I mean, you get the Civil War handcuffs, which you need. And cigarette card videos never did well on the channel. But it was fun, like, exploring the map and getting them. I know you can just buy them. It's a lot easier to just buy them, but it was fun at just collecting them. Miko says, or Ben says, Super Antonio use Arthur's gun belt. I use his Nueva Paraiso, unless I upgrade with a trapper belt. Serena says, I agree. He was still miserable. He blamed Arthur. I saw him as John, and he was saying that Arthur was at fault. Poor Arthur. It is a poor workman who blames his tools. And 9 years later, definitely should have moved on. Sadie's moved in front of the balcony on the other side. Actually, she's coming back. But only because I accidentally knocked the treat jar. Mama once says, we stepped away for a moment. It was time for medicine. Hope we did not miss anything important. Oh, we're just talking about Lily May. And Cooper. And if Lily Millet is actually Lily May, which would be awkward but funny. Lily May Miller. Serena says, what I want is to find Princess Isabeau and be a good side mission with her. Yes, it would. Miko says, kind of like Reverend Swanson, who was cheated on by his wife.
Your whole life has been one of regret, but it can...
Mama once says, she seems the blaming type, so probably. Cooper, give him what he wants. I ain't giving him but a lesson in damn manners. Cooper was a bruiser. He's like as big as Bill, except in better shape. He really should have won that fight. But Arthur's hard. Christian says, blind man is the best person to ever come across in Red Dead Redemption 2. He's, he knows things. He sees things. And Serena says, yes, Miko, I like Swanson. He makes me laugh sometimes. And Mom once says, to be honest, he might not have known about the debt. And David says he's a tough as teak mountain man. Yes, indeed he is. And I've always thought this lean-to apparatus was a waste of good rope. Rope was very expensive in 1899. And look at all, there's like trees everywhere. You could easily reproduce that with like sticks. And where do you get that crab? Ben says, I found Old Man Cassidy as John the other day. The quote, they will come for you, friend, and when they do, you will not have a choice, but you will have lived better than most. Gave me chills. And Mama One says, love that piebald Tobiano Hungarian, one of my top 3. Mama One, the piebald Tobiano loves you. Hortus is here. Hortus says, hey there, folks. And Mama One says, I have different horses for Arthur and John. David says, Hort. I learned a new meal that I need to have. I need to try immediately. David had it. And it is a cheeseburger quesadilla. Okay? I know you want to do that as well, but you'll probably put like chopped up jalapenos in it or something. But yeah, that sounds delicious. If I had the ingredients, I would make one tonight after stream. I don't. I'd have to buy everything. But I'm going to do it. I need to try it. I mean, the only thing I have is the olive oil. Well, the olive oil to fry the quesadillas. My nephew used to, well, he probably still does. He used to love quesadillas. So on Saturdays, I would make him a quesadilla. When we would, he'd come over every Saturday, and we would watch the Clone Wars, and play video games. Well, first we played Legos when he was little, and then around like 10 or 12, he discovered video games, and then we played Minecraft, and we would watch the Clone Wars, and I would make him a snacky snack, and it was usually a quesadilla. Cloudy says, if you had sugar in the old Wild West days, you were automatically rich, LOL. Yeah, I agree. Sugar was valuable. But yeah, rope wasn't abundant like it is now. It was actually hard to manufacture. And it wasn't... Hortus says, but about his version of the cheeseburger quesadilla, pickled jalapenos, and I'd probably top it with hot sauce. Yeah, that sounds about right, Hort. Hortus says, a cheese quesadilla is even easier to make than a grilled cheese. You think so? Personally, I prefer a grilled cheese. I like the texture in a grilled cheese where it's crunch, soft, and then cheese creaminess. Whereas in a quesadilla, it's just like crunch with a little bit of soft, and then you get to the cheese. What's that about? There's also patty melt, diner food, which is basically a grilled cheese with a hamburger patty. David says hamburger tacos are really easy to make. Yeah, they sound easy. Hortus says, I also prefer grilled cheese sandwiches. Yeah, but you're putting like chopped up jalapenos and ghost peppers in them. Yeah, but a grilled cheese with like a fresh bread, just a fresh, nice, crusty bread that you have to hand cut, grilled in butter, of course, with a nice, sharp cheddar cheese. Delicioso. And then also you can like add ham if you want. Hortus says, yeah, they're still good with the upgrades. And then The French make a very classy grilled cheese called a croque monsieur, which is it's a ham and cheese, or it's a ham and cheese with a sauce bechamel. Okay, so you fry it up, and the sauce bechamel is like this creamy. It's basically just a white gravy, and then the sauce bechamel, and then on top of that they put a fried egg, and they usually broil it so the egg like cooks on top of the grilled cheese, and that's called a croque monsieur. And then you can get a croque madame, which is basically without the ham, but oh, so delicious. Papa One says, spice is a young man's game. My head feels like I'm 35, but my stomach reminds me I'm not. I loved hot jalapenos and ghost peppers, but I can't eat them now. Well, Papa One, words to live by. Hortus, take note. Hort is addicted to those kind of tastes. I don't understand it. What's that about? I never really developed a taste for like spicy foods. My sister loves spicy food, so it's not genetic. Hort says, croque monsieur or croque madame? It's basically ham or no ham. Jambon en français. And personally, I like them both. Just depends on whether you're a vegetarian or not, or whether you eat eggs. And we are off to find the 800-pound gorilla after we investigate the taxidermy lady's house. Hort says, I've never had either. Okay, next time you have a grilled cheese, just throw a fried egg on top of it, and it's the same thing. It's delicious. But, you know, fried egg on a hamburger, or like fried egg on any sandwich, is ridiculously good. There was this one bar I used to go to, and they made a grilled cheese. No, it was like a bacon cheeseburger with a fried egg on top. So good. Papa One says, enjoy them while you can, Hortus, but if you make it to my age, even if you can handle the heat, you get humbled. That's interesting, Papa One, because my mother, towards the end of her life, like the last year, she really developed a taste for spicy foods. Yeah, she loved spicy foods, ghost pepper type things. I remember I got her some ghost pepper potato chips. She liked salt and she liked spice, so I thought this would be perfect for her. And I even tried it. Hort, I tried a ghost pepper potato chip. I loved the first part of it, the crunchy potato part, but then it turned into sadness and despair really fast. Hortus says, don't you have to cover it in bechamel sauce and broil it? Yes, you do, Hort, but you don't have to do all that. But a sauce bechamel is basically, it's a white gravy. It's kind of like the biscuits and gravy sauce. Here, I will look it up for you. And yeah, they use it in it's just milk, butter, and a little bit of flour. So that, yeah, that's basically gravy. Mama One asks, where is everyone's favorite camp? I always get us to chapter 3 and have a save always there. I like chapter 3 mostly because we have equipment such as fishing and lures, plus the lake reminds me of our farm where we have a medium-sized private lake. And Serena says, same, Mama, my favorite camp too. I do love Arthur by the water. However, I prefer Horseshoe Overlook. Nice view. The only thing I don't like about Horseshoe Overlook is Sadie is moping around. So I would think that chapter 3 wins out, but I do love roaming in chapter 1. or chapter 2. Hort says, I typically halt story progress in chapter 2 after the train robbery. Yes, manually tagging in Deadeye, very valuable. I usually don't go that far. Ben says, Mama 1, I like Shady Belle. It seems the most secure of the camps, and I like Shady Belle for a cool old house aesthetic. I used to love Shady Belle as well, just because Arthur gets to sleep under a roof. Mama 1 says, can you fish completely in chapter 2 with lures? Yes, you can. You can either like steal a fishing... You can't open up the legendaries until after Jack, I believe. Can't meet Francis. But you can steal a you can steal a fishing rod off an NPC. And you can go to Le Gras anytime you want. To the Serena says, I like to go to the other side of the camp in chapter 3, explore the island, and get the pirate hat. That is Iguana Island. I named that island. Very close to Snake Island. Serena says, I like the Horseshoe Overlook as well, and David says, can't start Survivalist, though. Hort says, once you take Jack fishing, you can talk to the legendary fish guy. And once you talk to him, you can buy these special lures. Ben says, I got Jeremy Gill's hat as Arthur. Yes, I have a video on that. Did quite well. Mama One says, Shady Belle is awesome. But I find the crusty Confederate veterans and wannabe crusty Confederate war vets ruin the scenery. And Serena says, I like Eagle Flies and Rains Falls and Monroe, but I don't want to be in chapter 6. I know what you mean, Serena. Though I do have a chapter 6 save. I'd never use it. I just have it in case I need it for videos. For another video. Mama One says, chapter 6 makes me depressed if I stay in camp. Yeah, the center does not hold. Everything's falling apart. It's a horrible camp. I would call it, it's a miserable camp. And even Coulter isn't as miserable as Beaver Hollow. And pound for pound, you would think that it would be more miserable because John is injured. It's super cold. There's nothing to eat except 2 deer and a couple jars of assorted salted offal. And Mama One says, I tried to always bring food to try to brighten everyone up, but it didn't work. Yeah, the morale is bad. Serena says, it depresses me too. And Odog says, y'all are too thin. Remember, it's just a game. It's so much more than a game, Odog, and I know you know that. Odog says, life has pits and valleys. You have to pull yourself up just the same. Very true. But the great thing about this game is you can avoid those pits and valleys because you kind of know where they are. Yes, Benz, I have a video on that exact process. Cloudy says, no one likes chapter 5. It's a nice vacation. Well, Guarma, I didn't like Guarma at first just because I didn't want to be there as Arthur. It makes more sense to me canonically from a Red Dead 1 perspective, since we spent so much time in Mexico and John works on both sides of the Mexican Revolution, and we kind of get a little bit of that revolutionary fever or politics in Guarma. So it makes more sense now, but first playthrough I couldn't stand being there and wanted to get out immediately. I was worried about my horse. I was worried about my weapons and my satchel. Would I have to redo all of that? Dear Uncle Tacitus, Mama once says, it's a life learning experience, but I just hate it when other people are sad, like poor Jack. And I hope no one fights today. And Serena says, I know, Odog, it's a game, but it's sad the gang falls apart. I will do it again. Let's do a horse jump. Remember, I was obsessed with horse jumps. Serena and David know, I'm sure. Serena says, I only like Guarma to explore a bit and the beautiful birds. Yes. The exotics. And the rainbow boa, if you can get one. And the sun hat. And Arthur meant to do that. Okay, now we go find the gorilla. I am absolutely certain this is the taxidermist lady. They were, she was shipping that probably to a museum in Saint Denis. And the wagon crashed. It's the only explanation that makes sense. But I love that he exists in the game. I love that he's here. You'd think he would have rotted away from the weather, but as Odog says, it's just a game. And the map. We should make a short out of this. If Cruz were still here, I'd tell him to look at the arms on that gorilla. That gorilla is yoked. And back on the horse we go. Micah asks, is the gorilla taxidermied? I would assume so, Micah. It's got to be the taxidermy lady's, one of her projects. Cloudy says, have you come across that black bear that is losing his hair? I don't believe I have, Cloudy. I don't know about him. Serena says Dutch shoots Micah. He walks away. I would like to know where Dutch goes after that. He goes to Blackwater and becomes the Dutch you know in Red Dead 1. Yes. David says he went to Red Dead 1. Star Hearts, and Cloudy says I've been trying to find him, but no luck. David, what are you playing these days? Are you playing anything new? Are you going to play GTA 6 when it comes out? And Serena says, LOL, David. I was thinking the same thing. David says, Red Dead 2 and Diablo 4. And Hortus says, mostly Valheim for me these days. Valheim, is that,
Maybe we'll run into each other again.
Yeah, maybe.
I think my nephew used to play that. Swedish developer Iron Gate Studio. PC, no, he wasn't playing that. I'm thinking of something different. A beautiful, procedurally generated world awaits you, shrouded in mystery. Venture into deep, dark forests, climb snow-peaked mountains, and discover what's left of... I'm going to click on the link. Slain in battle, you have been carried to the 10th world here in Valheim. You must conquer the realm and slay the monsters which Odin banished here long ago. Explore deep forests and freezing mountains, and build new settlements on the other side of vast seas, and gain the Allfather's favor to become worthy of Valhalla. Viking survival game, Hortus says, with N64 level graphics. Interesting. Serena says, I love John's voice. Serena, John's voice loves you. David says, no GTA for me. Valheim. I didn't know that there was... I thought you went directly to Valhalla if you died in battle. Or you died with an axe in your hand. I guess you might actually have to go to Valheim first. David, I agree. Starhearts is going to love female Ivor. Yeah, I can't wait to see how she customizes her. Hortus says, Valheim is a fictional additional realm created for the game. Oh, okay. I thought it was based in... I was like, I know Norse mythology pretty darn well, and I'd never heard of Valheim before.
Great.
Serena says, who's female Ivor, David? Ivor is the character from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You can play him as a male or a female, and you have to, absolutely have to play Ivor as a female. You don't have a choice. It's important for your videos.
Can't even be bothered with this.
Cloudy says, I've been playing Red Dead Revolver. I love old PS2 graphics. Yeah, there's something to be said. It's very sentimental. And that, my friends, is about all I have for you tonight. Shout out to the mods. Papa One, hope you're feeling better. Serena, Odog, David, Mama One, of course. We shall return tomorrow night. I already forgot what horse show are we doing? Who are we showing? Let me look that up for you. Don't go anywhere. Oh, no, not the Tiger Mustang. Oh, we are doing Hosea's Raven Black Shire. Okay, yeah. So, Hosea's Raven Black Shire, and then we shall have a Sinister Sunday featuring the Tunguska event. Ben says, bye, y'all. Hort says, I definitely want to play AC Shadows. Miko, appreciate you, friend. Miko says, thanks for the stream. Thank you, Miko. And thank to the mods. Hort, always great to talk to you, friend. Cloudy asks, do you know the story of Ragnar? I do, Cloudy. I'm very well versed in Norse mythology, but also I watched Vikings, which followed Ragnar Lothgar. Serena says Red Dead is still my favorite. And Cloudy says, good night, y'all. David says, y'all come back now here. Thank you, friends. Really appreciate you being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I hope I see you tomorrow.